If your day trading charts are looking like this, then y'all got something wrong. Y'all doing something terribly, terribly wrong. You don't need 1,000 indicators to tell you what price is gonna do. The only thing you need to understand is price action, support and resistance, supply and demand, order flow, liquidity, all the good stuff. You don't need all the SMAs, the EMAs, the Bollinger Bands, the RSI, the whatever 1,000 other indicators there are on your charts looking like a freaking roadmap. Like, that just kind of stresses me out when I look at that, when it's like all of these different indicators, all these different lines. Like, I don't even know what I'm looking at. If you just understand price action, that's going to take you a long way in trading. What am I talking about when I say understanding price action? Let's dive into a chart real quick. Okay, so here we are looking at the charts. What do I mean by price action? Let's go to the hourly here. Just look at the hourly for a second. We'll scroll out, scroll out, scroll out, scroll out. We can see here that we're kind of in this range where we're trying to make new lows here. Don't know if we're going to do it. We might have to see tomorrow. But let's just take a look at something real quick. Let's look at supply and demand zones. I'm going to draw a rectangle here, and I'm going to label this as red for supply. All right. This is supply right here. Might even just throw this over like that just to represent supply in all areas of this range. Okay, bang, we got supply area here. All right, we know that if we come in this area, we sell off. Look at how many times we've done it, right? We ranged here, sold off, bang. We ranged here, sold off, bang. We came up, retested it, sold off, bang. So we know that there's a lot of supply and sellers in this area. But let's go down and draw a rectangle down here for demand. All right, so we know that pretty much this whole area here, okay, every time we come up and tested this area or tested down in this area, we've gotten bought up, right? Let's just take a look at it here. We go over, okay, bang, bang, we tested it here, got bought up. Came down here again, got bought up. Came down here again, got bought up. Look at where we're at, right? Now we're testing key levels. So what we can probably expect out of this is that we could consolidate down here and we could get bought right back up because we know that a lot of buyers are present. This is a big, big demand zone. We know that every time we tested this range, we've gotten bought up. So what are we looking for? Well, one thing I might look for is us to actually break or sweep liquidity down here, right? Sweep the sell side liquidity and get bought right back up into it to show that buyers are wanting to step back up and bring us back up into the higher part of this range and maybe even this supply zone. Now, is that move going to happen in one day? No, this could happen over the course of a week, right? We're talking about a 400-point difference, right? That's probably not going to happen in one day. Could be over the course of a few days. All right. So, but we want to see us kind of consolidate and hold this range, right? Or just break below it real quick, sweep that liquidity and have buyers step us right back up and reverse us back, right? That's what we're kind of looking for. That's what we mean by understanding price action. We know that price has reacted in a bullish way every time that we come down in this demand zone. We know that price acts in a bearish way every time we've tested this supply zone up here. So that's something that we can start looking for, right? And we can use other instruments like the DOM, which is level 2, or we could read the tapes, right? And we can use all those instruments. I'm not going to get into all that in this video, but we could use those tools as well on top of this type of knowledge, supply and demand, to really get a feel of what the market's going to do or trying to do or what it's telling us to do. Our job as day traders is to react, right? To read price and to react to what the market is telling us. We don't want to think or be like, oh man, it's selling, it's getting real aggressive. I think we're going to continue to flush. We don't want to think like that. We want to let the market tell us what it wants to do next. And then as traders, we react to that, right? So we know, like I said, we know that coming down in this area, we have a lot of buyers. Now, if we break this area, right, let's just say we break this key level here and we continue flushing. All right, well, let me lower this real quick. There we go. We know that the next level, okay, we know the next level probably won't be until here. Now, I'm on a 1 hour chart, so this is kind of way back in time for a little bit. This is back in May, it looks like. So we know that the next level is right here at 14,230. Well, we're sitting at 14,649. So again, this won't happen in one day, but looking at levels, we know that this is the next level, which was past resistance, which then turns into support. Okay. Once we get above resistance, it usually turns into support. we know this is the next level. So we break this that we've held 1, 2, I'm just going to say 3 here, 4, 5 times. We've held this 5 times. If we break that, if we sweep liquidity and we continue down and we do not get bought back up, buyers are not in control and sellers stay in control, that we know we're probably going to test this 14,250 level. Okay, because this is going to turn into support. Now, if it doesn't do that, let's just say we break liquidity and buyers do step up, then we can expect buyers to step us back up, right? And maybe bring us back up into the high 900s, 14,900 levels, right? And retest this kind of range here, right? But there's a lot of tests that we have to get back or get through for us to get back up into supply. But as a day trader right now, I'm looking to see how price reacts, right? Understanding the price action. What happens when we get down on this level? What happens when we break this level? What kind of orders are coming through, right? Are there a lot of buyers getting filled with orders down here to bring us right back up, right? That's the one thing we want to pay attention to as traders. But, you know, if you start throwing on like all these indicators, like let's just say you go to, let's see, where's my indicators? Chart settings. Oh, there we go. Indicators. Moving averages. Like we start throwing on a simple moving average, right? And then we throw on, let's say, the exponential moving average. Okay, start throwing on all of this stuff here. Look at these lines popping up here. Let me just scroll in, right? Let's go into the 5 minute. Look at all these lines start popping up here. Okay. Now let's just throw on more. Triangular moving average. Bang, there's another line. Right? You get the point. Okay, we start throwing on all of this stuff. We don't know what's happening, right? You could use EMAs, SMAs, exponential moving averages, VWAP, RSI, cumulative delta. Now, I do use cumulative delta. But all these indicators, man, they're lagging indicators. Okay, they're telling you what's happening after the fact. They're not telling you what's happening in the current moment, right? They're all lagging. The only thing that's telling you what's happening in the current moment is VWAP because it is happening right then and there, the average price on the day. Okay, all these other indicators lagging, all 100% lagging. All right, even cumulative delta, I'm pretty sure it's lagging too. And I mean, I use it just to tell me like, you know, buyers, like who's in control more, buyers or sellers, who's more aggressive. But guys, you don't need 1,000 indicators, right? You just need to understand price action, supply and demand, support and resistance, understanding how price reacts at those key levels. And if you can understand that, you can shift your mind thinking, how do I read price? How do I mark my key levels? How do I identify supply and demand? And then how do I wait patiently for price to hit those key levels and then see how it reacts and then make my decisions on whether I want to go long or short? If you can do that, you're going to find yourself in a lot more success in trading, right? Because you have a plan, you know what you're looking for, you're patient and disciplined, and you're looking for those high probability setups. So if you're one of those people that you have those 1,000 indicators on your charts, I encourage you to take a step back, right? Now, I'm not telling you how to trade, but I would encourage you to take a step backwards, okay? And just look at price, study price. Because if you're studying all those indicators, you're going to get thrown off at some point, all right? Study price action and then see how you can develop as a trader just only understanding price, and that's it. So with that said, if you guys like this kind of content, be sure to smash the like button down below, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want more daily content, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers.